everyone, welcome back to my channel and also welcome back to Mindful Monday. This is the second instalment and I hope you really enjoy it. So today's video is going to be about bad feelings and how to overcome them and how to beat them. If you don't know already, these videos are all about mental health and how to be more positive, to be happier and to be a better version of yourself, which is what I'm trying to do at the minute. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Jem and I'm a mummy of two and I'm trying to just live my best life and try and be a more positive, uplifting role model for my children, and I want to share with you guys a few of the ways that I'm trying to do that. So last week I shared with you some tips on how I'm trying to put things in place to be a more positive person and to be happier, and like I said, this week I'm going to give you some tips on how to overcome and beat bad feelings. So I know a lot of you that watch my videos are mums, and the first one is probably something that a lot of you can relate to, and that is feeling super tired. Hands up if you're with me and you feel like you are always tired. No matter how much sleep you get, you're always tired, because being a parent is so exhausting. It's amazing, but it's exhausting. And even if you're not a parent, you could just have a really stressful job, or you could be a student. I'm a student myself at the moment as well, and that is a big source of stress. So there are so many scenarios in your life that can be stressing you out and in turn then tiring you out as well. So I've got 5 tips to help you overcome that tired feeling. The first one is to go outside, get some fresh air. Even if you just stand at your back door and let the air hit your face, it just instantly refreshes you and wakes you up. The second one kind of goes hand in hand with that, but if you don't want to go outside and do it, you could just do it around your house or your apartment, and that is just to take a walk and stretch your legs. This just gets the blood flowing around your body, pumps you up a little bit and gets your heart racing a little bit if you do it at a decent speed. I don't mean just walk around your house really slowly, like really walk around your house and get that blood flowing. The third one is to chug some water, and that for me really does get my heart going, and it perks me up, makes me feel hydrated, and actually does make me feel refreshed and awake. The fourth one might not always be possible, especially if you've got children that don't nap anymore, but that is to recharge your body with a 20-minute nap. The best thing I find for this as well is to drink a coffee and then take a nap, because by the time you wake up from your nap, your coffee will have kicked in and give you a burst of energy, and then that will obviously make you feel a lot more awake. Like I said, it's not always possible when you've got small children, but even if when your other half gets home from work, you just go and lie down for 10 minutes and try and relax and just recharge your batteries a little bit. And the last one is to fuel your body with a healthy snack. For me, bananas work brilliantly. They give me such an energy boost, and it's much better than snacking on something like a chocolate bar, because yes, as much as it's tasty and as much as it gives us that quick fix of energy, it also makes you crash so much quicker. So the second feeling I'm going to move on to is feeling overwhelmed. And like I said, a lot of you might be parents, a lot of you might be students, or even just in your career again. And there's so many things in life that can just overwhelm us and make us feel stressed out, which then makes us feel tired. And these are just some tips that I found really work for me if I am feeling overwhelmed. So the first thing I do is ask myself, if I could complete one task today that would make me feel like my day has been completed and made me feel good about myself, what would it be? And then I do that task. And then I know that if I don't get anything else off my list ticked off, I've at least done that one task that would make me feel accomplished. And then secondly, I ask myself, what am I doing right now, and is it what I should be focusing on? So sometimes when my children are home, I'll feel so stressed out and overwhelmed because I know I need to go and do the washing up or I need to clean something, and I will just stop and think, right, what do I need to focus on? Because I've got children that are demanding my attention, screaming and fighting, and I've got a pile of washing up in the kitchen or a pile of laundry in the bedroom that needs putting away. And for me, to stop feeling so overwhelmed, the thing I need to focus on is my children, and it should always really be your children that come first. So I will forget about the housework, I can do that later, it's not going to go anywhere. Yes, it might be a little bit harder to wash up later, But I'm going to stop and focus on my children, and then when they're calm and happy because they're getting mummy's attention, that then relieves my stress. And then the third thing I do is just to breathe, just go out of the room that is stressing me out or the situation that's stressing me out, and just take a deep breath and say, everything is going to be okay. Simple as that. And the third feeling is feeling bad about yourself. And it can be so easy to feel bad about yourselves these days. We have all this stress of social media and perfect lifestyles and perfect parents, and everyone wants to show off their highlight reel. So when we're there in our backstage, it can feel awful, and you can feel like you're rubbish, that you're nothing, and that, you know, you're not as good as everyone else. So the first thing I do is I ask myself, am I judging myself on a relevant metric? So by that I mean, am I judging myself on how many likes I get on a picture on Instagram? Am I judging myself on how many followers I'm getting on there? And is that really relevant? Does that really matter in the long run? I know that I go on sometimes about, oh, I want to reach this goal and that goal, and there's nothing wrong with having goals in life. There's nothing wrong with striving to achieve something, be it on here, be it in your career, but sometimes those things aren't that important. For me, judging myself on whether my children are happy, or whether I've done well on my assignment, or whether I've done well in my house, getting all the things I want to do done off my to-do list, that is how I should judge myself. Are my children going to bed happy and loved because I've given the best that I can, or am I getting an extra 10 followers on Instagram today? It does really make you think when you sit back and think of it that way. We've become so obsessed with that heart on Instagram and that thumbs up on Facebook that we forget that the people that are around us and how they feel about us is how we should judge ourselves. The second thing I do, which I find really hard to do sometimes, is think of 2 bad things that I've been saying about myself that day and counteract that with a positive. So one thing that I can be really guilty of saying about myself is, I'm a rubbish mum. And I'll counteract that with, my children think I'm funny, my children like to play with me, my children tell me that they love me. So you just have to counteract it. These negative beliefs are all in our head, so we just need to switch our thoughts around. And then the third thing I do, which relates to all of these, is just remember that I am awesome. I am me for a reason, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can, and that is enough. And I always try and do positive affirmations each morning to myself, and the main one that I do a lot at the minute is, I am enough. I am, and I just have to keep telling myself that. So I hope you found this video useful. Please let me know in the comments if you did, and if you're going to put any of these steps into practice. I hope that you will join me next Monday for the next video. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing that on yet, so you'll have to wait and see. And I'm not going to say what I usually say at the end of these videos, because that is judging myself on those likes. But if you want to give a subscribe, I would love it if you stuck around and joined my channel, because I just want to help people. That's all I ever want to do, and I hope that my videos do that. Bye!